Hi children, this is Krishna Shastri, IIT Maths teacher. So far in the earlier class we have completed the algebra. Next we are today we are discussing the mensuration concept. Mensuration is nothing but finding the geometrical figures, how much space, how much surface they occupied or how much boundary they are having. So calculating these are called as the mensuration. Okay. So whenever we are saying calculating the boundary, then that one we will call as the perimeter. Perimeter. See, for example, I am taking a figure triangle A, B, C. For example, it is 4 centimeters, it is 5 centimeters, and it is 7 centimeters. Then we will say this as perimeter of this triangle as 4 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 7 centimeter, that is equal to 16 centimeter. This 16 centimeter is called as the perimeter of this triangle ABC. So how we are saying that 16 centimeter? We are adding all the sides, then we are getting the 16 centimeter. Correct? All the sides lengths we are adding, then we are saying as the 16 centimeter. So by that we can say perimeter is nothing but the length of the boundary of the figure. Boundary of the closed figure is called perimeter. Or else perimeter also can say as sum of lengths of all sides. So both can say as definitions of the perimeter. One is length of the boundary of the closed figure is called as a perimeter, or else sum of the lengths of the sides of the closed figure is sides of closed figure is called as the length. Okay, but that is perimeter. So perimeter is nothing but sum of the lengths of the sides of a closed figure is called as a perimeter, or else the length of the boundary, whatever may be, however we are finding that, whatever it may be the procedure, the length of the boundary if we are finding, then that is called as the perimeter of that figure is called. Okay. Here one more example also we can take. It is, for example, we are taking a rectangle. It is length and it is length, it is breadth and it is breadth. Then we can say this perimeter is nothing but length plus this length plus this breadth plus this length plus this breadth. By adding 4 sides is called as the length of the rectangle. This is called as the perimeter of the rectangle. Whatever the figure we are taking, that will be adding all the sides lengths, then we will get the perimeter. Okay. So these figures, if we are taking in the different figures, then we will have the different formula. Okay. So after completing the perimeter, and also we will discuss about the area, then after that we will see the different type of formulas. Okay. Whenever we are saying the perimeter, we need to add all the sides of the lengths of the figure. Next we are saying that area. Area is nothing but how much surface it occupied. That is called as the area. Area is nothing but the amount of surface occupied is called as the amount of surface occupied or amount of surface which is containing is called as the area. Okay, area is nothing but a simple closed figure is the measure of the surface enclosed by it. Okay, the amount of surface enclosed by it is called as the area. Okay, area is nothing but it must be containing, say for example I am taking a triangle, same again. Now inside this is all some amount it occupied, some amount of plane surface it occupied. Okay, this shaded portion everything is called as the area. See, if you find out the if you find out this, if you find out perimeter, you will add only these lengths. We will add only these lengths. But in the coming to the perimeter area, everything enclosed, everything is called as the area. It is area, and finding these alone is called as the perimeter. There is a difference between the area and perimeter. Okay. Now this, how to find out this area, we will have different type of formula. Okay, different formula we have, so those we will discuss in the coming classes. Now area, we are saying that amount of surface is enclosed. How we will get that area? See, for example I am taking this rectangle with length and breadth. So length into breadth if we do, then we will get the area. How we are saying this? By multiplying both we will get the area in the sense. Now I will give one small example. See, I have, for example, this is the one pattern I have. Now if you want to say in this how many dots are there, then what we will do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we will count. Then we are saying that in this 6 dots are there. Now how I am saying is 6 dots, one more way also we can find out. In the length, if we are taking this as the rectangle, this as a rectangle, if we add rectangle we will get. Now I am multiplying length side 3 dots are there, and breadth side 2 dots are there. Now I am doing this 3 into 2, then we will get the 6 dots. We can say now 6 dots are there. Now what we are saying, inside all the things we need to take as the area we are saying. Okay. Now see, one more I am taking. The same pattern I have as 1, 2, 3. Now if you observe, how many dots are there if we ask? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 we will say. 9 are there. Now what I am doing is, length side 3 dots are there, 1, 2, 3. And breadth side also 3 dots are there, 1, 2, 3. Now what I am doing is 3 into 3 is equal to 9 we are getting. See, for finding the area, see if we are joining this, we will get one square shape. If we are multiplying length side and breadth side, we are getting, including inside also we are getting the answer. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or else if we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But by boundary if we are taking only 8 we are getting, but by multiplying inside also we are getting. So that's why only area we will say as the multiplication of the length and breadth. Length and breadth. So height also we can say this as the height. Okay, area is always depends upon the two dimensions, either length and breadth or length and height or breadth and height. Okay, now how to find out the height of a triangle we will discuss. What will be the height of the triangle we need to discuss. That is the very important one for finding the area. Okay. See, I am taking one triangle like ABC. For this, what will be the height if we are discussing? It is, we can consider as the acute angled triangle. For acute angle triangle, always height will be from the up base. BC we are taking as the base. Base is equal to BC. So for this is we are taking as the base, and to the base we need to draw a perpendicular line that must be passed from the opposite vertex A. Okay, this is called as the height of the triangle. Now height we will say as the AD. Height we will say as the AD. That one we will discuss. We will represent with height H, and the base we will represent with small b. This is for the acute angled triangle. After acute angled triangle, what we have? Right angled triangle. For right angle triangle, we are taking this as the ABC. For right angle triangle will be here. In this, again here BC we will consider as the base, and AB we will consider as the height. Okay. So in the right angle triangle, where the right angle is forming, at vertex B right angle is forming. So from vertex B we are getting BC line segment and AB line segment. So these two are called as the one is base and one is height. And this one AC we will call as the hypotenuse of the triangle. This is hypotenuse. This is also hypotenuse is also very important in the right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is longest side which is having in that right angle triangle is called as the hypotenuse. That is always opposite to the right angle of the triangle. Okay, to the right angle B, opposite side is AC, and the remaining two sides are one is base and one is height. Acute angle triangle completed, right angle triangle completed. Next we have the obtuse angled triangle. If we are taking this as the obtuse angle triangle, in the obtuse angle triangle, where we will take the height. Here while we are discussing here, I said already, to the base what will be the perpendicular line we are taking that must be passed from the opposite vertex, that is called as a height. Now to the BC we need to draw the perpendicular line that must pass from the vertex A. So if we are drawing a perpendicular line, BC is the base here. So now if we want to take the height, then we need to extend this BC to this side, and from here we need to take the right angle. This is called as the height of the triangle. Okay, this is outside of the triangle. If you observe here, to the acute angle triangle, height will be we will take inside of the triangle. To the acute angle triangle, height will be inside. To the right angle triangle, height will be on the boundary of the triangle. For obtuse angle triangle, the height will be outside of the triangle. Understood? The height will be outside of the triangle, and it is here on the surface of the triangle and here on inside of the triangle. Whatever it may be, the perpendicular line drawn from the base to the opposite vertex is called as the height. Based on this height, we will discuss the area and perimeters of the triangle. Okay. Now we will discuss the different formulae for different type of triangles for finding the area and the perimeters. For example, now we are taking right angle triangle. For right angle triangle, I am drawing here the triangle. Triangle ABC we are taking. In this already we said BC is the base, AC is the height, and it is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Okay. In this, for this, if we want to say the perimeter, hypotenuse is always will be represented with D. Okay. Now for this triangle, if we want to say the perimeter, sum of the all sides we will say. So by that, B plus H plus D we will call as a perimeter. And area is equal to, area we will take as a capital A, and the perimeter we will take as a capital B. Area is equal to, formula of the area for finding half into base into height. How we got this formula also I will explain. See, I am taking a square here. Now it is length of the square and it is breadth of the square. Or else take a rectangle, not a square, take a rectangle. This will be length and this will be breadth. Now area formula we can say as L into B. Correct? L into B. Length into breadth. Now we need to find out the area for finding the triangle. So this one triangle will be taken. See, if we take this figure, this will be the area of triangle. Now if we observe this, these two are equal. So this area will be exactly half in the area of the rectangle. This area is exactly half in the area of the rectangle. So by that, if we take area of ACD, if we are considering triangle ACD, area of triangle ACD, if we are considering, that will be exactly half in the area of the figure, rectangle. So by that we will take half into base is nothing but this, and it is height. If we are continuing this like this, then we will get one rectangle. So by that, area of the triangle will be half into base into height. Depending upon the height, we will discuss the area of the triangle. Okay. Next, we will have the hypotenuse also we can find out in the hypotenuse also we can find out, that will be under root base square plus height square we will say. Base square plus height square we will say. This is we will call as the Pythagoras theorem. It is called as the Pythagoras theorem. This one I will explain how we got. Okay, what is the Pythagoras theorem? These are the formula for finding the perimeter, area, and hypotenuse of the triangle. We will discuss the Pythagoras theorem now. So these formulas are very important, children. You need to remember always. Then only you are able to find out the easily you can find out immediately. Okay. Next we are discussing the very important theorem. It is very important theorem. It will applicable in all the situation. This is only applicable for the right angle triangle. Triangle ABC is right angle triangle, for example. In this it will be base, we will call it is height, and it is hypotenuse, we will say. Now Pythagoras theorem, it is a theorem, it is expressed by the scientist Pythagoras. He said that the always we can know AC is the hypotenuse of the triangle ABC. In this D is expressed as D is, that means hypotenuse, longest side of the right angle triangle can be expressed as hypotenuse is equal to hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse square is expressed as sum of the squares of the sides of the triangle. That means he said as B square plus H square, he said. Sum of the squares of the sides of the triangle is called as the hypotenuse. See, hypotenuse is equal to, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides of the is square of hypotenuse. It is a very important definition, you need to remember. Hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides of the triangle is called as the hypotenuse. So by that we can say hypotenuse square is nothing but AC square. AC square is equal to what we can write? AB square plus BC square. It is a very important definition, you need to remember always. AB square is equal to AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square is called as the hypotenuse formula. So in this we can clearly remember that D square is equal to AB square is nothing but H square plus BC square is nothing but B square. So by that if we are removing the square in this side, it will come in the next chapters. So D is equal to only D value, that means hypotenuse alone if we need. If we are removing the square in the left hand side, right hand side square root will come. So by that we can write B square plus H square. So by that here we can write AC, hypotenuse is equal to square root of AB square plus BC square, we can say. It is a very important formula, you need to remember. It is called as the Pythagoras theorem. So in the right angle triangle, the very easiest thing is, if we know the two sides, we can find out the third side. If we know the two sides, we can find out the third side in the right angle triangle. Those problems we will discuss in the next classes. Okay, just remember that what is the Pythagoras theorem. Next we have the one more type of triangle, that is isosceles right angle triangle. isosceles right angle triangle. So in this, one right angle will be there. So remaining two sides will be equal other than hypotenuse. Okay. So here in this we can say base is equal to height. That means these two sides are equal. So by that we can say this as the B. Again also we can take as B. Or else we can take the both sides as this one we can consider as A and this one we can consider as A. Okay. So by that we can say both base is equal to height is equal to A units we are taking. So by that again perimeter. Perimeter if we are finding for this A plus D, that means 2A plus D we can say. 2A plus D we can say. These are just units only. Next area if we are finding half into base into height we know. So by that half into base value is A and height value is also A. So by that A into A square by 2. Here we can write this as square units. Area always will be there in the square units and perimeter will be there in the units. For example, here A centimeter is given. Here A square by 2 square centimeters will come. A square by 2 square centimeters, and here A 2A plus D units only will come, centimeters only will come. Okay. Next we are finding here D value if we want to find out. This one D square is equal to, we know hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the sides. A square plus A square. So by the D square is equal to A square plus A square is 2A square. So by that D is equal to root 2A we will say. Root 2 into A. So this one we can write as root 2 into A we will call. Hypotenuse in the isosceles triangle, isosceles right angle triangle, hypotenuse we will say as root 2A. Or else we can write this as the D is equal to A into root 2 units also we can say. Units in the sense centimeters or meters or kilometers, whatever it may be, just units only will take here. But here only in the area alone we need to find out in the square units. Okay. So this is about the isosceles right angle triangle formula. Next we have the equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. See, we are taking A, B, C. This is equilateral triangle we are saying. So always perimeter. So side we are taking as the A units. So by that perimeter we can say as A plus A. So by that we will get 3A. Perimeter is equal to 3 into side, 3 into length of the side. Next, area. It is the very important one. We need to find out area. See, for finding the area, we need to take the first height. This one we are considering as the height. It is H. In the right angle triangle, whenever we are drawing a perpendicular line to the base BC from opposite vertex A, so by that here we will get A by 2, here it is A by 2 we will get. A by 2 and A by 2. Next, it is, if we observe, it is a right angle triangle. It is right angle triangle. Now we can say area is equal to half into base into height. Base value we know that as A. B is equal to A. But we need to know the height value. What is the height? height we need to find out. Height is equal to the, now it is the hypotenuse. Height is equal to square root of a by 2 square plus a square by using the Pythagoras theorem. So by that height is equal to square root of a square by 4 plus a square. Will get this simplifications and all you will get in the further classes. Don't worry about this. Just go through the, if you remember just the final formula alone you remember. Later we will explain how to apply the formula also. Okay, h is equal to a square, h is equal to a square plus 4a square. Understand that? Yeah, height is equal to a square by 4 plus height we are finding here root 3 by 2 a square will come. Root 3 by 2 a. Height formula if we find out by using the Pythagoras theorem, root 3 by 2 a. Height will be root 3 by 2 a. Now if you observe in this area, half into base value is a into height value is root 3 by 2 a. Now if you observe this, half into root a into a, root 3 by 2 into a is a square. Now area of the equilateral triangle we can say as root 3 by 4 a square. Area of the equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. Okay. So we got as area is root 3 by 4 a square and the perimeter is equal to 3a. Okay. These formulas you need to remember for getting the answers. Next we have the very important one more formula we have, that is all the triangles we discussed. Isosceles triangle we discussed, equilateral triangle we discussed, right angle triangle we discussed. But we need to discuss for the scalene triangle. Scalene triangle we